We just got into this thing, lap 7 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. The number 3 machine out in front, that's Todd Guerin. Matt Bontempi in second. Ethan Lane, a newcomer here to the Wednesday night races, up in third. Bobby Zielinski in fourth. Zach Novak in fifth. Chandler Krizik in sixth. Michael Gargilia in seventh. Brendan Kohler in eighth. Colton Lands in ninth. Jamie Wenzel in 10th. So this is a night race here tonight. It's going to make things just a little different. The track's going to be nice and cool. These guys should have really good grip here tonight. Should be a great race. It's looking like some unexpected names in the server tonight, as well as some names that I expected to see that are not in the server. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how these guys qualified. Well, never mind. We got the caution out, so we're going to take a look and see we'll see what happened there as we wait for JD to get things going. Having a little trouble logging in. See if I can find what happened on the replay here.
Yeah, I'm just going to try again, buddy. Hopefully I'll be with you soon. If at 3 times you don't succeed, try again. Maybe the 4th will be good.
Alright, there it is. Will Cooley was the one that brought out the yellow flag. So we're going to go back and take a look at the incident here with Will Cooley. As you watch that 31 machine. He's kind of by himself there. A little bit of contact there sends him around, and there we have it. That seemed to take quite a long time. We will get things going properly here in just a second, guys. I promise. I know it seems like we're working with 2 left hands at the beginning of this show, but we will get it going properly. I promise.
Man, I'm going to try something that worked a long time ago.
Hope you guys can hear me okay tonight. New microphone last week has really kind of been inconvenient for me. It's not really been picking my voice up too well. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I've kind of made some modifications to it to get it a little bit closer to my mouth. But anyways, welcome to tonight's show, NASCAR iRacing Series. Here at Bristol, Todd Guerin out in front with Matt Bontempi in second, Jeremy Davis in third, Ethan Lane in fourth, Bobby Zielinski in fifth, Zach Novak in sixth, Chandler Krizik in 7th, Brendan Kohler. 8th, Michael Gariglia.
Whoa.
And 9th, Colton Lands. And 10th. Now it's alternated on me, so let's see. These guys are green. Todd Guerin taking these guys to the green flag. He gets a good launch. Number 12 down there, Ethan Lane, falls just a touch behind. Now the 13 of Matt Bontempi going to make it up into second. Ethan Lane just continuing to fall back down on that lower line. 14 of Jeremy Davis getting around, and the number 4 of Bobby Zielinski now coming around side by side. Bobby Zielinski up on the top side, trying real hard to get his way around that number 12 with Ethan Lane. Ethan doing a great job on the inside, sticking with Bobby Zielinski. I think that outside line has definitely got the momentum at the moment. Just behind those guys, the number 29 of Chandler Krizik. Another big battle at the back. Contact made between the 23 and the 26. That's Jason Kerner and Will Cooley. Looks like Dylan Jones in some trouble there as well. Everybody gets things straightened back up. Everybody's still going in the right direction. Lap 28 of 250 laps here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Jeff Hollingsworth just ahead in the number 23 machine. James Wenzel in 19th in the number 7 machine. Caution is out. That's going to be Brendan Kohler. Yeah, Brendan there in the number 20 machine just lost it down on the inside. Just kind of spun it out all by himself. He gets that thing turned around. And they got these guys relined back up now. A lot of them choosing to pit. If my overlays keep crashing like they've crashed about 13 times already tonight, I'm not going to have any stats. But we'll figure it out anyway.
Man, I'm still having some severe issues here. I can't get past the starting sim. And I've went to a different browser, buddy. I've done restarted or logged out, logged back in.
Maybe try a reboot's the only thing left, I think.
Yeah, I guess so. So I'll try that.
Well, I'll see you here in just a second. And
That's it.
We're still under yellow here on lap 32. Brendan Kohler losing traction on the rear wheels, spinning the thing around, and that's what brought out the caution. So far, Todd Guerin, the car to beat here tonight. He's led every lap. And Matt Bontempi in second. Chandler Krzyzek in third. Michael, boy, I struggle with Michael's name here. We got it figured out last time he was in the server, and I just really struggle. Gariglia, Michael Gariglia in fourth. Ethan Lane in fifth. Zach Novak in sixth. Jeremy Davis in seventh. Bobby Zielinski in eighth. Patrick Mallet in ninth. Colton Lands in 10th. Robbie Vrabel Jr. He's back in 11th. Adam Benefiel in 12th. Keegan Leahy in 13th. Guerin's going to get the green flag. He is off now. The number 29 is the one that getting stuck down at the bottom. That's Chandler Krzyzek. Stuck down at the bottom, just going backwards, just like the number 12 of Ethan Lane did on the last restart. Now we see Chandler having the same issues, but Ethan Lane recovering from his tough restart last time. He's now back up into fourth. Lane trying to get around that number 22 of Marco Gariglia. Not going to happen. Gariglia is with much better momentum up on that high side. Side by side, a little bit further back, that's the number 6 of Robbie Vrabel Jr. Down on the inside, kind of falling backwards a little bit. But through the turn, got some good momentum, able to catch right back up to the number 27. But with the tail end of that straightaway, that number 27's just got too much momentum. That's Austin Jones in the number 27 machine. So the high side's still the place to be here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Lap 41 in the books. And apologies again here today for such a mixed up broadcast. Things just not quite going right. Lots of technical issues here to start off the broadcast. Overlays are crashing about every 4 or 5 laps. JD's having trouble getting into the server. So, pretty tough start here so far. Number 12 machine, that's Ethan Lane going down to the inside of Matt Bontempi. Matt having way more momentum, but just a little bit too much as he goes to the outside, scrapes the wall. That's going to get the number 12 machine down to the inside again. Side by side, these guys really racing hard. Number 13 is going to come out on top. Once again, he gets high, scrapes the wall. It's going to scrub off just enough momentum for the number 12 of Ethan Lane to come right back in battle with him, but just not enough to get it done. Number 13 able to hold on to that second place. On these guys for a few more laps as Bontempi just having a little bit of trouble with too much speed going into turns and scraping the walls, but looks like it's got it a little under control. Number 12 of Ethan Lane comes in there, gives him a tap. Good save by the number 13, but he lost a lot of momentum, and the number 2 machine not getting on the brakes. Almost give him another little bump, but Matt Bontempi now clear back to 10th place. So a little bump and run there from the number 12, the 12 of Ethan Lane. Giving a little bump and run there to get himself up in second place. Quite costly there for Matt Bontempi, now back in 12th. He's down on that inside lane, really struggling for momentum. He's got the number 27 of Austin Jones out to the outside, and also the number 8 of Adam Benefield. Caution is out for Travis Schaefer. Let's go back and see what happened to Travis in the number 30 machine. Alright, so Travis Schaefer just getting a little loose, spinning the thing around. Going to bring out the caution one more time here at Bristol Motor Speedway. So while we were kind of watching that stuff back at the back of the pack, or middle of the pack rather, Bobby Zielinski made it up here and got around Todd Guerin. So Bobby Zielinski now going to be the guy out in that number 1 spot, as these guys will soon be coming around to get the green flag. JD might just be back with us here before too long, which will be a lot more fun, because this Bristol really makes for a good, exciting race whenever you got a good commentator like JD calling the race. So if he can get into the server here, it can make this thing a little bit more exciting for you guys. Let's check on Matt Bontempi, who was running up there in second place at the last restart. Sent back to around the 10th position, 12th position, and he has gained a spot now up into 11th. Let's look for some other notable drivers. Ari Addy, the driver with the flashing car, back in 18th. Ken Warren Jr. in 16th. Keegan Leahy in 17th. Chuck Sweeting, last year's champion, in 13th. Robbie Rabel Jr. just ahead of him in 12th. Zach Novak, the points leader, he's up in 7th place. 8th place. Where's he at here? 8th place for Zach Novak. These guys are lined up side by side. Again, ready to catch another green flag start. This time it'll be the number 4 of Bobby Zielinski who brings these guys to the green flag. Pace car is down. The number 14, that's Jeremy Davis, having a little bit of trouble. He's getting that thing sideways. That's going to cost him some momentum. That's going to let the number 21 machine of Patrick Mallett around. So So after the start, it looks like this Bobby Zielinski up in the number 1 spot. Todd Guerin in second. Ethan Lane in third. Michael Gariglia in fourth. Chandler Krizik fifth. Zach Novak now up in the sixth. Patrick Mallett in seventh. Jeremy Davis eighth. Adam Benefield ninth. And Matt Bontempi in the top 10. Just outside of the top 10 is Colton Lands in that number 25 machine. Keegan Leahy in the number 1 machine here tonight. He's in 13th spot, trying to get around that number 25 machine. Looks like he is going to get it done with number 25. Holding on the inside there for a couple turns, just not able to hold on for long, as the momentum on the outside has proved to be beneficial for Keegan Leahy. On board with Todd Guerin. Todd's led the most laps here today. Just trying to hold on to that thing back behind Bobby Zielinski. And this is a great view right from the helmet of Todd Guerin. Just showing how he's having to struggle with that steering wheel here at Bristol. Inside of the number 3 machine. It's going to get to the inside of the number 3. Number 3 with the extra momentum on the outside. He's going to hold him off with no problems. But it did cost him a little bit of time on the number 4. Now, a couple car lengths gap between the number 3 and number 4 machine. Like Todd Guerin might have a little run coming up here. Oh, it's not him. It's going to be the number 12, Ethan Lane, that's going to go to the inside on the number 3 of Todd Guerin. Good momentum on the inside for the number 12 machine. Will it be enough, that momentum on the outside that Todd Guerin has? Definitely holding that number 12 machine of Ethan Lane at bay. These guys side by side, 2 laps now. Great race here for second place, but it's definitely allowing Bobby Zielinski to run away from those guys just a little bit. Bobby Zielinski still holding off Todd Guerin for that number 1 spot. Ethan Lane now falling back a couple car lengths. He's got the number 22 of Michael Gariglia back in 4th. Zach Novak up into the 5th position. Patrick Mallett in 6th. Let's see what we got going on a little further back. Eddie Kerner to the inside of the number 27 machine of Austin Jones. Whew. 16 around. That's going to bring out the caution. That's Eddie Kerner. Well, how's things looking now, JD? Did you get things going?
I've got a loading screen now, and it looks like we're going to get in now. So, master reboot was what was needed, I reckon.
Well, good deal.
But
I hope my overlays have as good a luck and quit crashing on me. And if that happens, you get in the server. We're here at lap 78. We could finish this race on a good note.
oh, we're going to do good. There's 250 laps around this bad boy under the lights at Bristol. The last great Coliseum is what she's known as. And that's what we're going to be seeing here. Some gladiators duking it out here on the track. I do want to thank all the live viewers that are out watching the race right now, hanging in there. And Kane, I pulled up on my phone a little bit. It may have just been because I was on my phone. You might want to cut your mic up just a hair. But it might have been just because I was watching on my cell phone while I was trying to reboot up. So, but I think everything else looked good, man. The race looked great.
Yeah, this mic is cranked up. This mic here is cranked up all the way. Bobby Zielinski now back into the pits. What in the world is going on? A penalty maybe for number 4 machine? There goes the overlays again. They're definitely keeping me busy today.
And like the referee blowing the whistle, it's official. I'm in here, baby. It is time to bring myself into this race, Kane. I am here with you, pal.
Well,
You
bad
don't have
luck.
to solo anymore.
Well, that's very good for the rest of this broadcast. The viewers will definitely be happy because I know they're probably having some trouble hearing me. I could turn down the race volume just a little bit. Maybe that might help. But bad luck for the number 4 of Bobby Zielinski. Possibly a penalty, sending him back through pit lane again. Not quite sure what happened there, but now Bobby Zielinski goes from the number 1 spot down to 24th position. And that is going to put Todd Guerin back into the number 1 spot.
All right, so now I am officially here, and once again, thank everybody for hanging in there. Like I said, Arcane more than anybody for hanging in there. He did a remarkable job waiting for me to get my act together and to get this thing working the way it's supposed to be and getting logged in. I'm not going to say I've never had problems before because, boy, we sure have in the past, but I thought that everything was A-okay, and then the next thing I know, not so much. So happy to be here, back in everything, and we're going green. Here we go, guys. Everybody off the marker, and we are green again. And look at this run here from Ethan Lane in the number 12 Toyota Camry as he gets right up on the hill end of Todd Guerin. Todd Guerin leading the way in the number 3 Toyota Camry. The next is Esports Machine, and he leads this pack. Heavy field here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Zach Novak in the 3rd spot in the Zero Gravity Racing Machine as well. It is all Toyotas in the top 3. Just outside of that, we have the Haas Motorsports number 22 of Michael Gariglia, and a great job from him down in 4th, the first Chevy in this top 5. In fact, in 5th, it's another Camry. That is the 21 car of Patrick Mallet. And behind him, it is Jeremy Davis in the number 14 Team Tenacity Chevrolet. He's got high intensity on the hill end of his. He's got the Sharpie Motorsport Machine, the Chevy 13 car of Matt Bontempi, and he is really putting on some Bristol pressure here, really running the high line nicely. It looks like the 13 of Bontempi looks to try to be one of the first cars to try down low. He's going to do it here. Has a good run on entry, but I think he's going to lose speed on exit. He does. And as these guys get ready, he's going to get some his own company, Brendan Kohler, coming in the target number 20 car, and he will make the pass. And we'll see if it sticks as he kind of gets trapped up on the high side behind the 14 car. No, that's successful. A beautiful pass from Brendan Kohler as he does make it around. Oh, trouble for the 14 car. What a save. And then back into the wall. The Team Tenacity Chevrolet, Jeremy Davis got loose. That's not the first time we've seen that today. It's happened again with some other drivers. We've had loose race cars to back in, fishing out on us. And a great save. He only lost a position, maybe two, but regains his strength and is able to stay out in front of the number 8 car of Adam Benefiel. Beautiful job by the 14 car to save that. We could have had another caution right now, and instead we're still green racing because of the 14 skill there. Beautiful job from Jeremy Davis. He's got his hands full right now, though, Kane, because this number 8 car is continuing to put the pressure on. We have 2 Chevys going really door to door, and they're not letting up. This 8 car has loads of power right now.
Yeah, Adam Benefield doing a great job on the inside. Definitely a tough job here at Bristol Motor Speedway to get a good run like that on the inside. He got it done and got around that number 14 of Jeremy Davis. Made it look easy in that pretty cool looking number 8 machine.
Very cool machine. And the caution is out, guys. The caution is out. I'm not sure what number caution this is, but caution.
I think that's the 5th or 6th one. Timothy Silman is going to be involved that brings out that caution. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened to Tim that brought that caution out. Number 24 on the high side, 23 coming down. 24 going around the Furniture Row machine. See if that has anything to do with it. Oh, it happened just in front of him. Actually, it looked like the 27 of Austin Myers, maybe. That one's kind of hard to track down.
Bristol's such a unique track. I mean, it's as small as Martinsville, yet you're so fast with this high banking, over 30 degrees of banking in the corners, and it's a bull ring, man, but a high-speed bull ring. It's just incredibly fun to watch. It's great for the fans. It's so high intensity for the drivers. Some love it, some despise it. But nonetheless, that is the task at hand this week, and we're having some cautions early in this one, which is to be expected, but it will be interesting to see how things pan out over the course of the remainder of this race. These guys have got to find a rhythm. Obviously, they're hunting for grip right now in the race. Maybe once a little bit of rubber gets down, you'd think under the lights here you'd have a little more grip than traditionally what we have during the day races here at Bristol, which we saw earlier in the season. But nonetheless, we have had a few cautions thus far, and we're going to continue to re-rack them up and fight for position. I am impressed, however, with how tight these guys have been able to run and keep things clean up near the top, really through the entire field. But as we get ready, there's one thing about cautions here at Bristol, because it is only a half-mile track, where these things don't take long and we're back green racing. In fact, we should be seeing the lights go out any second, even though we just went back or just started the yellow. I'll do a full rundown in just a moment of how we're going to restart once everything cycles through.
I want to mention Matt Bontempi up in the number 1 spot. Matt, with some bad luck earlier, was the victim of a bump and run that sent him clear back to 13th spot. Matt definitely going to be one of the fastest cars here today because he has regained all those positions and now finds himself up in the number 1 spot. comment from TJ Tarks or TJ Arks about the jerkiness. I think the jerkiness, I think you'll see, is just in the ticker. I think if the car should be smooth, and just the ticker's probably glitchy. It's always been that way. I'm not sure why.
And we're back green racing, guys, for those looking on, so keep your eyes peeled as things are getting hectic out here on the field. Timothy Silman in the 24 car in the back of the pack, he had to take advantage of a wave around on this last one, and he has found himself back on the lead lap, already moved up a spot or two, and the 24 Miller Genuine Draft Ford Fusion is trying to make a little bit of some progress off of a bad situation.
Ethan Lane out in front off this restart of this thing. He's put 3 or 4, 5 car lengths between he and Matt Bontempi, and Todd Guerin to the inside of Matt Bontempi as well. Got a great battle back here for second.
Back to what I was focusing on earlier is become even more fun as Brendan Kohler in the number 20 Target Chevrolet is right on the hill end. Oh, well, let's jump up a quick. Todd Guerin going nose to nose with Zach Novak. That's going to continue the Zero Gravity Racing Toyota Camry on the high side. That Zach Novak will hold on to third place, but a good effort from the 3 car there. Todd Guerin is going to probably try again, Kane. He really looked good there. Gives a little bit of contact there to both these Toyotas going literally nose to tail, bumping. And we might see a little more contact here. And now Todd Guerin is going to just stay in the hunt. He does sneak a peek down into the mirrors just to let Novak know that he's there. And meanwhile, Matt Bontempi in second kind of leads this pack. And he could be in danger himself. Meanwhile, out front, the number 12 Zero Gravity Racing Toyota of Ethan Lane holds the lead as we are just starting the 109th lap here at Bristol Motor Speedway. And it is 250 that's on the schedule for today. So a lot of racing left here to do. Boy, these top 3 really going at it hard, and it is fun to watch. A really good run from Novak here. I thought he was going to make a move there, and unfortunately, and the caution's out again, guys. Let's find out exactly where this caution. It looks like, Joe Nathan's car's beat up. Let's see what's going on with the 26. He was down in the apron, and I guess it was just a delayed caution.
I see Colton Davis involved as well. Colton Davis.
Man, that car is just all scrunched up.
This is throwback week, JD. I forgot about that. As I look at the Colton Davis machine get smash into the number 77. Or was that the number 77? Maybe 17?
Okay, throwback week. I love that. I was wondering why I've seen a few older paints like the Miller Genuine Draft paint we've seen, and then the Haviland paint scheme that Colton Davis has on the 15 car. It's just to name a few. I even saw a little bit of, let me see if I can find it before I call it out. But, maybe not. You got old Jimmy Johnson Lowe's Cobalt paint scheme, but that's not a throwback. He still drives that one to this day. I'd say a good-looking paint out there right now is the number 6 APC Gamevox Chevrolet of Robbie Vrabel Jr. It is a really good-looking white and blue paint there, the 6 car, and I really like that one. Very clean-looking. Another APC paint that looks really slick is headed down pit road. That's Austin Jones. And right now the 27 car getting some work done on his, but that is an awesome white, black, and hot pink machine. And I really like that one.
Tony Stewart paint scheme just ahead of him in the number 19 machine. I forgot all about this being throwback week. I was looking forward to that.
Colton Lands has a really old looking Lowe's. Looks like an old Mike Skinner paint scheme, or even older. But that reminds me of one of the first liveries Mike Skinner drove in the old Lowe's car. That's a good one there from Colton Lands, and that's he's in the 14th spot listed there anyways right now. And some of the guys gonna shuffle around here as we do get side by side. So we will be going back green right now, guys. The American Childhood Cancer Organization pace car lights are out. Dylan Jones is in the front spot here in the Noble Motorsport Chevrolet. On the high side, behind him, that is Michael Gariglia in the Haas Automation Intel Chevrolet, the 22 car. This is going to be a fun restart. Pace car is in, and a great start from the number 9 car as he boots out to a big one. And Michael Gariglia has fallen back to third momentarily as Ethan Lane in the 12 car going to jump possibly in the lead. He's going to go down on the inside of the number 9 machine, and he does have good grip down on the inside. Let's see if he pushed. Could go 3 wide. Not going to go 3 wide, but Dylan Jones is going to hold his own, and he is hanging up there on the high side momentarily because he's going to fall. I was thinking he had something going, but look at the 22. That is impressive driving from Michael Gariglia, who fell back and then rebounded nicely. And now he is in second. The battle for third continues as the 9 car, who was in first, has fallen to fourth as Dylan Jones has fallen to fourth, and Todd Guerin moves up to third. And look who's back in the lead, Kane, the 12 car. It is Ethan Lane. He has found himself back in the lead where he was before this previous caution. And it looks like he's going to continue to have a tremendous speed despite there being a little minor damage on the 12 car.
Yeah, Ethan Lane, pretty new to this Wednesday night race here in the NASCAR iRacing Series. This is only the 3rd race I think we've seen Ethan Lane participate in, and see him up here doing as good as he is here at Bristol. I'm impressed. He's really got a lot of speed here.
Watching Todd Guerin right now in the Nexus eSports Toyota Camry. He has got a little bit of some impressive speed on his, man, that car, that's the 24 again that was down there on the inside. And Kane, that could clog up some traffic. Very close traffic. 3 wide. They're going to have to split around the 24. Nowhere to go. Dylan Jones and Adam Benefiel had to get out of the way very quickly. They were racing door to door, and all of a sudden here comes a lap car, and they split it. That was very impressive driving. One had to go high, one went low, and that bought a little bit of some space for Adam Benefiel, as here is Dylan Jones, a victim to another lost position. And Kane, he has got to do something. He has continued to fall. He is all the way back in 6th place in the Noble Motorsport Chevy, and something's got to go. Dylan is just continuing to lose speed. I don't know. And the caution, that's a huge caution for Dylan, as maybe he can get something done to get that car back on pace. And let's see where the caution. Looks like the 29 car is caught up in this one, guys. That's Chandler Krizik, and that is the 29 Lowe's Chevrolet. And I'll go back here. We'll take a little replay and find out exactly what happened. But I'm afraid, guys, it looks like the 29 car is a victim of a back end gone wrong again. That back end got a little loose. Now, he could have maybe saved it, but instead, that is Zach Novak, the number 2 car. A little tap there on the back of the car, and that'll help spin it all the way around, and that brings out the caution again. So another caution here at Bristol Motor Speedway as we get ready. These guys are going to come down pit road. Looks like pit road's going to be pretty busy. Your leader, Ethan Lane, is headed down pit road to get some work done. So we'll keep you guys posted on this pit stop, and it's going to be a fun race off pit road. It's a busy pit road right now.
Looks like Zach Novak going to stay out and not go get service even after that bump.
Well, it's track position over, and as frequently as we're getting cautions, I think it's a great call. Of course, it's always a gamble. We could go on an extremely long green flag run. And Zach Novak is should restart in the lead, of course. And Robbie Vrabel Jr. jumped up a good bit as well from ninth, I believe, to second there. So he's going to stay out as well. Bobby Zielinski, boy, he was in 25th. I think he still is. I think he's a lap down and hoping to. He was hoping for a wave around. He may get it here.
Bobby started the race out really quick. A little bit of bad luck sent him to the back. Another thing, you mentioned Robbie Vrabel Jr. up in second. Robbie Vrabel Jr., bad luck this season. Like all the time it seems like he's having bad luck here on the Wednesday night race. So it's really good to see Robbie up in second place, at least thus far in the race.
Yeah, and what's tough is you get trapped down in the back of the pack and you trying to move up through the field, and as frequently as the cautions are coming out, it makes it hard to move back up. Every time you start to get a rhythm going, it's you're back to another caution. Now you can try to move up through the field by making some risky moves by staying out and stuff like that, but you know, it's all gambling when it comes to just raw skill. You kind of need a little bit of a green run to try to work some guys up and make some good clean passes and work your way back up through this field. It's very tough here. And you see Ethan Lane kind of right up there to say, hey guys, remember me? I was leading just a moment ago. I just got freshened up while y'all stayed out. I'll be passing in just a moment. It is going to be interesting to see how these guys do. They do have fresher tires, but they're not that fresher. Only about, 8 laps, and that's nothing here at Bristol.
Keep an eye on Matt Bontempi as he's made his way through the field a couple times already today. He's made his way up into the top 10.
Pace car lights are off, and we're getting ready to go back racing.
Chuck Sweeting last year.
There it is. All right, restart is out. The pace car down. Zach Novak is going to get a nice restart. And Robbie Vrabel Jr. hangs on to second nicely. Very clean up front. And here he comes. Ethan Lane already making it around Gariglia. Next up for him is the 18 car of Chuck Sweeting. He's going to go side by side immediately. Doesn't waste any time. And the number 12 car continues his pattern of a very fast race car. Moves up 2 positions right out of the gate. Oh man, close side-by-side racing between Gariglia in the 22 car and Todd Guerin. Todd Guerin going to make the pass there. They were very close. Here comes Ethan Lane, going to get around the 6 car. No, not yet. Great job right there from Vrabel Jr. Contact between the two, and the 12 will make a pass as Robbie Vrabel Jr. decides it's safer to stay in the race, get banged around and cause a big wreck there. And here comes the 3 car, Todd Guerin, down on the move on the inside of the 8. Chuck Sweeting going to lose another one. Remember, the 3 car fresh tires, 18 stayed out. Also, Ethan Lane coming up on Zach Novak, who stayed out and made that call. Let's see how it does here as Ethan Lane is on the move. Now, if Zach Novak can hold him off for a few laps, Kane, those tires should even out, and they should be able to battle one another. So this is a big time for Zach Novak to try to stay up in the lead. He's going to try to go down to maybe kind of block a little bit, and it's not going to work. That is going to cause some problems. He's trying to hang on, but I don't think it's going to work. Ethan's just too fast. He did a good job of trying.
Yeah, he tried, but those fresher tires just way too much. Plus, Ethan's just been fast all day.
I was going to say, even with equal tires, I think that 12 car would eat him up anyways. It has just been really fast, and it continues to be fast. Look at him break away. And Todd Guerin going to maybe come up and get some of Zach Novak as well. as Todd Guerin's car looking really good right now as well. So the 3 car could possibly get around the 2 here any moment. That'll be a fun one to watch. I was going to say in a minute, but it's already here. Todd Guerin is looking to get around Novak, your points leader in the NASCAR iRacing Series this season. And there's a bump. It was a Bristol bump, baby. The Bristol bump.
Yeah, we've seen that bump and run several times today. It's been pretty effective, but unfortunately the bumped car a lot of times will fall clear back to 10th or 12th. But
yeah,
not this time. Zach Novak able to keep control of his thing and even keep a hold of his position. Look just behind those guys, back and forth. I mentioned him before the green flag, Matt Bontempi. Matt probably the fastest car here
caution's
today.
out. Let's find out where the caution is waved, Kane, but it is out again. And looks like this time Eddie Kerner going to be one of the cars involved. And in the downforce Ford Fusion, and I'm not sure what happened to him. It looks like he got loose. And, oh, yeah, his cut out on me. I didn't see what happened. Like he went up into the wall. But his car cut off my screen, so I'm not sure what happened. Tough break. Jeremy Davis headed down pit road. Will Cooley, all these guys coming back down pit road. You should see some of the guys that stayed out last time come back down. Ethan Lane coming to get 4 tires. He's continuing to come down pit road, Kane. He is not trying to stay out, and he'll get out just in front of Zach Novak. Good race off pit road, boys. The 13 car of Matt Bontempi right there behind these gentlemen, and we have not mentioned him a whole lot. I know Kane mentioned him a minute ago, but he is right there in the mix as well. He's been hanging right behind Novak and Lane here, so he might just be hanging around for the right time. Adam Benefiel is in pit road. He just went into his box. He was in 4th place before the drop of the yellow flag. He's had a remarkable race so far as well. Timothy Silman is in the 24 Miller Genuine Draft car. He was the one that got lapped a moment ago when we had 2 cars had to split around him. One went to the inside, one to the outside. He's got himself up to 16th. He's on the lead lap again and heading down pit road. Yeah, 21 cars on the lead lap at Bristol. Not too bad here as we are about 150 laps in, so it won't be long and we'll be 100 to go here in about 3 laps time.
Yeah, I think that the fastest guys have made their way up to the front. Ethan Lane in the number 1 spot, Zach Novak in 2nd, Matt Bontempi all the way back up to 3rd. He's had to make his way through the field now 3 times, so a great job from him. Dylan Jones in 4th. Dylan struggled a little bit ago, but has made his way back up into 4th, so good job there. And then Todd Guerin back up there as well in 6th. So we're going to have a great finish to this thing. Still got 100 laps to go. Just over 100. Ethan Lane has taken the green flag just ahead of Zach Novak. He's already got a couple car links on Zach. Dylan Jones to the outside of the number 13 of Matt Bontempi. Matt to the inside. He's looking to get that position. Dylan's got the momentum on the outside, though. I think the inside line's going to have it. Bontempi moves through up into 3rd. Todd Guerin's going to follow him, and that's going to put Dylan Jones down another spot. And the number 22 machine of Michael Gariglia is going to try to get around as well. He's going to get the job done. So Dylan Jones back to 6th.
Zach Novak in the 2 car is given a good run on Ethan Lane this time. He started off there a little bit slower, but he has got right up here within a car length and is maintaining pace nicely. So don't get stuck on the idea that Ethan Lane is just that much faster. I was guilty a moment ago as well. Obviously, some kind of good adjustment done there on the 2 car, as it looks a lot better this time around. He's the point leader for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. Todd Guerin, good move, getting around the 13 car there. A beautiful job to move up into 3rd place. And Matt Bontempi falling to 4th. And there he goes, gets a little bit of a charge there as he had Michael Gariglia coming up behind him. And Michael Gariglia going to give another push. It's not going to be enough. And man, I'm telling you what, it doesn't take long for the lead pack to get to a lap car. I'm telling you, these guys in the front are booking it. These guys run so close to that outside wall. You wonder about an incident limit or anything, you know? Because they're tapping it. And I talked about Ethan Lane for a minute, and I shouldn't have done that because, oh man, good job from Todd Guerin. He tried to get the pass done, just couldn't get it. A great job by Zach Novak, defensive driving, if you will. Some will call that extreme blocking. I don't know what you call it. I like good racing. You got to fight for every inch. And look at this. Todd Guerin is trying to get around him. And here he had a good run. Something happened there. Car looked like it got a little loose. Yeah, he's coming back really quickly, so the battle between the 2 and the 3 car continues. It has become quite a staple here as these two continue to battle for position. Both Toyotas are really giving it their all at this time. We're on lap 163 of 250, so a lot of racing left, but on the contrary, we are on the latter half of the race, so it's time to move is now. There's a bump from Todd Guerin, and it doesn't help. Zach Novak getting really good at taking these bumps from behind. And he's, you know, like you said, Kane, some guys were falling positions by getting a bump and run put on them. But I'm telling you what, the 2 car of Zach Novak has done remarkable. The last few times he's got bumped, he has been able to maintain position, and not only that, maintain pace. Very good. Because Todd Guerin gave him a good attempt there to try to do the bump and run there. It just didn't work. See if he does it again. He's got a good run. Here he comes. No, just shoots down at the inside, and that might have been the right move. Got a great move through the center, and that is a pass on the inside from the Nexus Motorsport Toyota Camry. And we got a new car in 2nd place. It is the 3 car of Todd Guerin. Very nice pass. His bump and run didn't work for twice in a row. He said forget it. He got a good run, put the car down in clean air down on the inside. The grip was there, and it was a textbook pass on the inside.
All that battling definitely cost those guys some time to Ethan Lane. Ethan about 10 car lengths or so out ahead of Todd Guerin.
Yeah, he's got raw speed. Everything will look good if we stay green for Ethan Lane until he catches some lap traffic. When he catches a thick field of lap traffic here at Bristol, it can really let these guys catch back up. So if I'm Todd Guerin, I'm not real concerned about that gap at the moment. Plus, with the frequency of pit stop or yellow flags if they continue. Like I said, we might get a good long green run here. And if you're Todd Guerin, you can, there it is. There's the caution right there, guys. So it is back out again. That'll tighten the field back up. And let's find out. I did see some smoke in the air. Let's find out what's going on. Oh, boy, big wreck with the 24 car. That's Timothy Silliman involved, as well as James Curl in the number 5 Eco Marathon Shell Chevrolet. So a Ford Chevy. And also the 27 car involved. That is Austin Jones and the APC Chevrolet, all involved. Let's find out exactly what happened on this one. Very unfortunate. This was a biggie.
Whoa, Ariadne up on his lid. It all started with the
Ooh.
24 machine getting loose and getting up into the wall, and it slowed him down right in front of Ariadne. Ariadne made contact. That flipped him up on his lid, and cars trying to avoid just wasn't able to. Let's go back and take a look at that from Ari's perspective.
Boom! He just got sandwiched in the wall. Blow over, up over. It's one rollover. And bam! I mean, just incredible force. And that is the wreck of the race so far. Man. How do you how do you label that one, pal?
Jeez, he's able. He's still got that car out on the track. I'm sure it's not worth much out there, but he just got to end his pit stall, getting some repairs. Of course, Ariadne's got that flashing car still. The week in, week out, he's got something with his skin that iRacing just don't like, and it just keeps flashing.
Which one is that?
The number 28 machine of Ariadne.
Oh yeah, is it on mine it's showing the he's Furniture Row. Furniture Row paint scheme.
19 cars on the lead lap now with 75 laps to go here at Bristol Motor Speedway. The last great Coliseum. Todd Guerin back out in front as we wait for another restart.
And that is Jeremy Davis in the Team Tenacity Chevrolet going to get a wave around. Also, Bobby Zielinski, James Curl, Travis Schaefer. Those all cars are getting their wave around right now. So, more cars to be added to the lead lap. And we're getting ready to go back racing. Todd Guerin has the benefit of the inside line. Ethan Lane on the high side of row 1. And it's going to be a fun restart for these guys. Ethan Lane has been a little bit faster throughout the race. However, that inside line is a very big advantage here. Let's see how they do. Oh, it's a bad start. Bad start from the 3 car. Like he might have spun his tires a little bit, or it was a premature start from Ethan Lane. Either way, Ethan Lane, that's about the best start you can get here on the high side. And Kane, he's going to take it. He's on the high line. He should take the pass. He will. Good job. That's about as good of a start as you can get without getting penalized from Ethan Lane there. It just looked like it kind of got bunched up a little bit there. Todd Guerin tried to get a great start. It just kind of bunched up on him. I don't know if he spun the tires or what. It was hard to tell. Todd Guerin not giving up, though. He is hanging with Ethan Lane right now, and the 12 and the 3 car are just giving it their all. These Toyotas are putting on a clinic.
Yeah, it's definitely seemed like the Toyota's doing extremely well here at Bristol today. Or tonight, rather.
Man, just continuing to watch them. They're running about identical right now. And you see Matt Bontempi right there, and he's not far off. He's just hanging in there, hanging in the top 3. He's been right behind these guys all day. Or all night, rather, as you say.
He's been able to catch up to him good, but once he gets there, they definitely pull away. I thought Matt might have had a faster car because he's able to get through the field, but when he's placed right with these guys, they definitely pull away from him. So Ethan Layton and Todd Guerin with the fastest cars here today. They're definitely the fastest cars to beat, but Matt Bontempi has made his way through the field several times, so definitely a good car for Matt, but he's just not able to keep up with those guys. Now the 22 of Gargilia putting a challenge to him, but not able to get it done. Michael Gariglia in the number 22 machine. Todd Guerin's definitely battling with that 12 machine. He's saving something up. We're going to see a great battle here for the lead. I think Todd's going to be able to stay with him, and we're going to see a battle for the lead. Just a little bit further back, Robbie Brable Jr. in 8th and Brendan Kohler in 9th. Brendan has had some bad luck here today, but he's got it all worked out. He's up in the top 10 now, just behind Robbie Vrabel Jr. So good to see Brendan started the day off with some bad luck. He's definitely got it figured out and working for position on Robbie Vrabel Jr. Number 1 of Keegan Leahy doing well here today as well, up into 5th. And of course, just ahead of him, Michael Gariglia in 4th. Matt Bontempi still holding on to that 3rd spot. Todd Guerin in 2nd as these guys starting to get into slow traffic now. Todd Guerin in 2nd with Ethan Lane still out in the lead. Now starting to pull away a couple car lengths ahead of Todd Guerin. Todd Guerin able to whittle that lead that Ethan Lane had down to almost nothing as he's able to catch right back up to Ethan. So Todd Guerin definitely the car to watch as he seems to have the pace at the moment. Lap 197 at 250. We're getting this race here wrapped up here at the Last Great Stadium. Right now, the number 12 machine of Ethan Lane out in front, being challenged very heavily by the number 3 of Todd Guerin. Todd has led 71 laps here today. Ethan Lane has led 75, so these guys pretty equal at this point on laps led and pretty equal on speed as well. This battle for the lead definitely getting ready to heat up as Todd Guerin has really been working on Ethan for several laps now. Looks like he's got pace, just waiting on that right moment. Back behind, Matt Bontempi in 3rd, still being pressured by Michael Gariglia in the number 22 machine. Caution is out. Looks like Chuck Sweeting around backwards in turn 4. Let's go back a little bit and take a look, see exactly what happened to Chuck in the number 18 machine. There it is again. Just loses the rear end. Tries to catch it down the straightaway. Almost had it. Gets into the turn. Overcorrects. And that's going to... that's devastational for the car that he hit on the outside. Not sure who that was. Looks like the 23 machine of Jeff Hollingsworth. So, more bad luck for Jeff Hollingsworth as he pulls it straight into the pits.
Oh, pal. Devastational.
Devastational, that's right. That's a word you came up with about 3 years ago, and it's became quite popular.
I was having to be a spectator for a moment, and I was watching, and I started laughing, and I had to run back in here. I was like, man, I was hurrying. Boy, what a time for the caution to wave here as we're inside of the final 50 laps. And, man, really a good time to bunch back up the field. Had a good run there for a moment. And once these guys get the wave around, will be interesting to see how they rebound. Boy, I hate Zach Novak is all the way back in 22nd. He had a great run, and there's still time if he can. That car's fast enough. He can get back up and have a decent
Well, he's
finish.
23 laps down.
Oh my goodness! What happened that I missed?
It was on that last caution. I think he got mad. He got caught up in that big mess where Ariadne flipped. Not
I
real
didn't
sure.
realize he was in that one.
I didn't realize he was either, but that's where he dropped down the field. So I didn't see his car in it, but I know that that's where he started going down in laps. So.
Wow. Well, how about this? Adam Benefiel has made his way back up into the top 3, really. He's listed in 3rd right at the moment. And that's where he should restart. So good for him to get back up here, because earlier in the race, the 8 car was pretty much seen up in this top 5. And pace car's in. Let's go. Big restart. Here he is. Todd Guerin has a good jump this time. And this time, Ethan Lane will have to earn it. Look at the race for 3rd. Ethan Lane coming up for the lead. We got 2 great battles going on right now. Up on the high side, Gariglia trying his heart out, and he's going to make it work. Can it stick? The 22 comes up. Bontempi has to get on the brakes into the wall, and that's going to hurt. Wow, that could have been bad. Bontempi just saved a yellow flag big time, and now there's a great race behind him as it's just going to continue. Boy, Kane, you talked about Keegan Leahy earlier, the 1 car. He is in the top 10. He's battling hard with the 31 right now. That's Will Cooley, and he is going to have to hang on to 10th place momentarily.
Keegan into the wall there, just a little tap.
Yeah, these guys are driving so hard right now. And look at this. Ethan Lane tried, and it's an unsuccessful pass. Todd Guerin is still your leader. The Nexus Esports Toyota is looking good. Kane, I've got some good news to tell you when this broadcast is over.
Good. I really like good news. Keegan Leahy did get around the Will Cooley machine and is now starting to pull away. Will Cooley now going to be under pressure from Patrick Mallett. Patrick to the inside in the number 21 Skillet machine. Now Patrick's had some bad luck this race as well, so good to see him get that luck kind of sorted out and now working for a top 10 position. Back behind those guys, Dylan Jones. We've seen Dylan up at the front, back at the back, in the middle, and that's where he finds himself now in 12th place, battling with Patrick Mallet for that 11th spot. Then, of course, back behind those guys, Bobby Zielinski. Bobby has been seen up at the front, too. Some bad luck put into the back, but he's trying to persevere here in 13th. That would be a pretty good finish considering the luck that he's had here today. Keegan Lacy, he's still on the move. He's working on the number 29 machine of Chandler Krizik. He does get that done almost into the outside wall. He's looking ahead now to Brandon Kohler.
Boy, this just continues to be an impressive run.
Keegan Leahy now to the inside of Brendan Kohler. He's got Robbie Vrabel Jr. just ahead as well. Kohler's going to have the momentum on the outside. He's going to maintain position. But Keegan Leahy now's got the momentum through the turn. Is he going to get it? No, I think the 20 machine's going to have that outside momentum. He's going to go to the inside. Robbie Vrabel Jr. into the wall. Now the 20 machine into the wall. Vrabel Jr. and the number 1 Keegan Leahy and the 29 machine going to get around. Holy smokes. Back up at the front, Todd Guerin, several car lengths ahead of Ethan Lane. Ethan's starting to fall off just a little bit, maybe might come under pressure from Griglia, but Griglia's got Adam Benefield back behind and Matt Bontempi as well, so with less than 30 laps here, things starting to heat up.
Yeah, things looking good right now. If you're Todd Guerin, you've been really chasing Ethan Lane all night, and now you've got yourself in a great position here. Good part of the race for this to be happening, and it's just a lot can happen. You know, at Bristol, one more caution, and Ethan can go in, make some adjustments on the car, and get things back rolling his way. So. Todd Guerin making his way around a little bit of lap traffic there. That is the 5 car, James Curl. No problem. But, you know, Kane, it's just that time of the race. So much can happen. You have to just hope that some things kind of line up for you. Obviously, Todd Guerin's got this Nexus Esport Camry rolling great. It looks pretty much the best it's looked all day. And that's what great time of the race for that to happen. Like you said, we're under 30 laps. In fact, we're under 25 laps now. And this thing could go green all the way out. That's what Guerin's hoping. I just heard some banging around in the off camera. Yeah, there is. There's some cars down on the apron right now. They got in. That's Travis Schaefer, one of the cars. They're both heading down pit road. Also, it looked like the 14. Oh, the 5 car down into the inside wall. And that is James Curl. No caution yet. And he's able to stay off the track. So a good job from, he's going back on the track. And he's getting back up to speed. Okay. So he's not going down pit road. James Curl with a big hit. And luckily, no caution.
Just before all that started happening, Matt Bontempi was able to get around Adam Benefield. Bontempi now up into 4th.
Oh, and that may bring a caution out. We got another one that lost it into the inside barrier. That Jason Miller, and he was able to do a quick tow really quickly to get off track. Now we got more contact between Zach Novak and, oh man, so much going on. Austin Jones is in the mix. Boy, what is left on Ariadne's car? I mean, that thing is... seen better days.
Wow, for that thing to be back out on the track after that hit that he took, flipped it over onto his lid, slid 10, 20 feet, flipped it back over onto the wheels. Front wheels just pointing toward each other. He's got that thing back out there somewhat running. That's That's some dedication.
Todd Guerin going back around James Curl. Remember, James was in that incident and got back going. He did a good job. I thought he had to go to pit road, but no, he got the car back going. And right now, good battle with Ethan Lane and Michael Gariglia. And the 22 of Gariglia giving it everything he's got. In the Haas Intel Chevrolet. Whoa, Ethan Lane with a quick duck to get around Curl there. He did so. But still, sometimes those are scary moments. And guys, this thing, if it continues green, it'll be over in just the blink of an eye. Laps do run away pretty quickly here. Quickest laps in NASCAR. I mean, you got your leader just running 15-second laps. It don't take long.
No, it don't. Boy, what a great battle back here for second. Gregory
Yeah.
out of the inside, side by side.
Oh man, Ethan Lane hanging on. And Michael Gariglia keeps pushing the envelope.
Do want to take a second as we get into the last 10 laps to thank everybody for joining us here on iRacing Live, or if you're watching just on the iRacing YouTube channel. We appreciate it no matter where you're watching. We appreciate you guys watching, chatting with us in the chat, or even if you're watching on the replay, leave a comment for us. We enjoy getting the comments from you guys, and just really appreciate you guys sticking with us tonight as we dealt with the troubles, and now things running smooth and a great race here to finish out these last 10 laps.
Todd Guerin may get what he's wishing for, Kane. He's been hoping this thing stays green, and he may get it. I don't want to speak too soon, but there it is. Caution just came out. And I heard it. I heard something go bang. It looks like it was the 27 of Austin Jones as well as Will Cooley in the 31 car. Let me find out exactly what happened. And my concern is, I mean, we should get a restart. But oh, man, the 27 car looked like he got hit by a ghost. Did they blow a tire? I mean, that car just flew up into the wall. I mean, I've never seen a car that sharp.
Yeah, that was some serious netcode or something. I don't think iRacing has tire blows, but...
No, that's what it looked like, though. I mean, you know, for him to just shoot up there like that.
That 21 machine, pretty far out of the way.
iRacing does need tire blows.
That would be, yeah.
Stay out too long on a tire and pow. Or if you get damage to it, it rubs, and if you don't go in and fix it, pow. That's iRacing in the future. I see it going.
That may have been a
one day
netcode contact, but we're going to call that a tire blow because there was damage on the front of that car, and in real life, it very well could have blown a tire.
I could tell a joke right now, but I'm going to save it.
5 laps to go. We are under caution, but I think we might get a green flag, at least for a couple laps, just a quick shootout.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Sorry, buddy. I got this joke. It's not even gonna. Oh man, it goes with the whole blown tire thing.
How come I don't see the marbles? I've got like every graphic turned on this thing, and I
I
cannot
don't see him either.
see marbles. There should be a ton of marbles here at Bristol, but I don't think I've ever seen the marbles since they announced the whole marble thing.
I haven't seen. I've seen them before, but not here. I see them on the road courses more than on the ovals. All right, quick. No, all right. I'm telling this joke. It's semi-appropriate. Yeah, if you're under the age of 13, just mute it for a minute. It's not that bad, but it's not. All right. Anyways, this penguin is walking down the road, and well, hold on. We're going green.
Yeah, you'll have to wait on the joke. Looks like 3 laps, 2 laps to go. Todd Guerin out in front, Ethan Lane back behind. Big battle for third, really. Robbie Vrabel Jr. and Adam Benefiel.
All right, white flag is out. 250, here it is. Todd Guerin can hang on. It looks like Ethan Lane's pushing with every might he has. Is he gonna get it? It doesn't look that way. Todd Guerin wins Bristol under the lights. There's your fireworks.
Awesome. Ethan Lane in second. Robbie Vrabel Jr. in third. Fantastic finish. Best finish of the season probably for Robbie Vrabel Jr. So congratulations there, buddy. Great job. Yeah, I can hear the fireworks going off for the winner, Todd Guerin.
What a burnout. Todd Guerin earned that one. All right, I'm telling my joke.
All right.
All right, so this penguin is riding down the desert on the old Route 66 down there, and as he's walking down the road, it's hot as can be, and all of a sudden his car just goes kapoom, and he's luckily able to roll it into an auto repair shop. So the penguin goes in and tells the guy, to fix his car, and he says, sure. He says, it's going to be about an hour or so. He goes, you can, stay here or come back. He said, I guess I'll come back. I'm going to walk down to this little shopping center. So he goes down while they're working on his car and buys himself an ice cream cone. It's hot, so he goes down there and he buys this ice cream cone. He's a penguin. He don't have any hands, so he can't eat it. He's all messy and gets it everywhere. And he's on his way back, and he walks up to the car shop, and he asks the mechanic, he said, well, what's going on? He said, oh, man. He goes, it looks like you blew a seal. He said, no, it's just ice cream. Terrible, isn't it? It's just awful.
That's bad. Poor seal. Or penguin.
He said it looked like you blew a seal. He said, no, it's just ice cream. I had to, man, with the whole blown tire. It made me think of it.
Well, we definitely it looked like we had a blown tire here tonight. That was unreal. That incident there with, who was that? Austin Jones in the 27 machine. That was amazing, that wreck. Just out of nowhere, just boom, right into the wall.
That was wild.
Alright, so definitely got some drivers here to chat with us in the post-race show. So
Bring him in.
Let's see. Who shall we start with? Let's start with Robbie Vrabel Jr. as he had a super great finish. So let me try to get a hold of him.
I'll just do the tiebreaker.
Let's welcome Robbie into the post race show. Robbie, welcome to the post race show. How are you tonight?
I'm doing great, man. How are you doing?
Doing good. Let's talk about Bristol under the lights tonight. Craziness out on the track. But man, the 6 car you were in tonight looked good.
Oh, thank you very much. Jake Champion painted that for me 2 nights ago. I asked him to come up with something because the one that I've been running, I like the one that I was running, but I have a hard time sticking with stuff that for a while, So I asked him to make me a new one, and he come up with that, and I loved it. So I'm just happy to get a good finish for him tonight in that paint scheme because I thought it looked pretty sweet.
Man, that one looks really good, especially under the lights. You'll hear me make a comment about it when I first finally got into the race. But yeah, man, that was an incredible looking paint scheme, and the car looked good too. So yeah, like you said, man, at least he got some good coverage from you riding up there near the front. And but everything feel on the track. Did the car feel good over the course of the race?
It felt great at the beginning, and the longer the race went, it just started to get a little tight in the center. With the track changing and whatnot, I was fighting tight in the center, and I didn't make a change all race. I just dealt with it because the last caution we had, I forgot to make my changes, so I was stuck with what I had, and I just started taking brake bias out of it, and it was helping me. I was just riding the brake a little bit through the center, and it was helping me turn. So that's the only thing I was really relying on there. And it's unfortunate for Adam there at the end. He had a strong run going, and just luckily enough for me, I had been on the bottom all damn race on the restart. Could never get to the top, and it was hurting. So that last restart there, where it really counted, I was able to start up top, and felt bad for Adam. He had a strong car. He got stuck on the bottom and lost a few spots, but nonetheless, it was a solid run, man. We raced Monday, and the car wasn't very good to our standards. We knew that, and we stayed up late last night working on it and tweaked on it a little bit today. And man, this thing at the beginning of the race, it rolled the center so good, and there at the end, it was a little tight, but it was so much more drivable than what we had Monday. It just felt better all around. So it was a lot more fun today. Bristol's not my strongest track, so for these guys to put a car together that good, it really just shows how good the car was, because I need something that's that good to look this good.
A lot of bad luck for you this season, so it's really good to see you come out here at Bristol, get that thing all the way up to the front like you did, finish in 3rd place. Great finish for the APC guys.
Oh, thank you so much. I've been working pretty hard on just racecraft and just things to do as a driver. I've got some great teammates that know a lot, and Taylor, Shane, Adam, these guys, they've been around for a while, and they've helped me so much. And I've been fortunate enough to run that IWCR for a while, and that's helped too. There's just a lot of things that I've been trying to work on. At the beginning of the season, I feel like a completely different driver in general from the beginning of this season to now. So I'm just gonna keep working at it and get what I can, man. It's so much fun being on this team, and everybody's so much fun to be with, and makes races like this that much more special when you come to a track that you struggle at and you're not very good at, and you come out and finish 3rd like this, man. It's awesome.
Yeah, that comment.
Yeah, it is very good, man. Congratulations. And one more for you. We will be at Richmond next week, man. That's a long one. 400 laps under the lights. That is going to be a doozy.
Richmond or Michigan? I can't remember. I thought it was.
Oh, Michigan. I'm sorry. I'm jumping the gun. I jumped
Yeah.
I didn't even jump one. I jumped 2 weeks. We got Michigan and then Darlington. Good Lord. Look good. Good luck there.
Michigan's one of my favorite tracks, just from a personal standpoint. I was lucky enough to be there in 2012 in Junior 1, and I love that track. Everything about Michigan, I just love it. I'm still waiting for the day that iRacing gives us the repave. I'm so excited for that. I can't wait. But I just love Michigan in general, and we've been working on a car already, and it feels really good. It's still got some tweaks to be made, but it feels awesome. Jason Miller and Taylor, everybody at One Up and Air Precision Chassis Works, these guys are so good at what they do, and I'm excited. Every week I feel like I'm getting faster and faster, and going to a track like Michigan, I feel good there already. Darlington I've struggled at. Richmond I've struggled at. Richmond will be a great test to see how we do. When we ran there earlier this year, when you guys broadcasted, I wasn't much of it. I wasn't much competition there. I was pretty bad by my standards, and so I'm excited to go back to Richmond with everything that I've learned and see how good I do this go around.
It's funny you say that because last week, or the last broadcast, Zach Novak was in talking with us, and he mentioned how this season he's just really felt like he's matured a lot as a driver through this NASCAR iRacing series, and just through this season in general. He really feels like this is the season that he just really started paying attention and trying to really improve things. And he said he just really feels like he's matured a lot. So to see that from another driver as well, uh, it's quite cool to see how you guys are using this series to make yourselves better.
Yeah, well, Novak's come a long ways too, in my opinion. He's always been fast, but to me, and I don't mean to say this on the air, I'm just having a conversation here. But to me, no, the biggest thing that I felt with Novak was he went too fast, too quick. Like that's one of the things that I've needed to learn too, is just to pace yourself. These races, 500 or 250 laps. There's no reason to be beating guys' doors off and racing the crap out of them on lap 10 or 20. You don't finish top three in this series by doing that. You've got to survive, and that's been one of the biggest things that I've tried to learn personally. And I know Zach's gotten a lot better with it too. He's always been fast. He's always had the natural speed in him. He's just come a long way with saving his stuff, and I feel like I've come a long ways too. I don't knock the wall down if the car's not right. Wait for a pit stop and fix it. If you don't get it fixed, well, then you know what? The fortunate thing for sim racing is you've got more races. We race A Open every 2 hours. We can race NIS a couple times a week. There's always practice servers. You can go into there and work on your car. There's no reason to knock the wall down and stuff like that. You don't have speed when you start damaging the car, especially at a track like Michigan. You can get away with it at Bristol because it's not very aerodynamic sensitive. But if you go to a track like Michigan and you're pushing too hard and you get tight out of four and hit the wall or something, your race is done. There's no fixing it. You're never going to have that speed back. And again, it's something that I've come to realize, and uh, taking it easy, working on throttle control, working on all that kind of stuff, and just being there at the end. Sometimes things happen. I got lucky and started fourth on the restart and finished third just because I took care of it all race.
Yeah, it's those little things like that you gotta learn as you just really start paying attention to how these races play out, and you realize it's not about the early race; it's about the finish of the race, and we see a lot of drivers really kind of picking that up this season. So I think the finish of this season is going to be fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us, Robbie. Really appreciate you coming in for the post-race interview. Great job tonight on a third place finish. Really excited to see you up there having a great finish.
Oh, thank you so much, man. You take care. I'll catch you guys next time.
Thanks a lot. See you next week. Next, we'll bring in Zach Novak. Zach, you were having one heck of a race and looking great, and then all of a sudden the bottom fell out of it, and 23 laps down. So bad luck toward the end of that thing.
Yep, I had the same issue we had at Pocono. My computer just crashed on me. Depressing, but it happens, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't have failures here in the simulator on the mechanical side as far as in the sim. So your car's not going to blow an engine, you're not going to blow a tire, but we do have the issues on our personal side, like with our PCs, as we've seen even with JD today, having troubles getting his stuff going. It's a problem even for the drivers. Your PC reboot on you right in the middle of the race, or lose your internet connection, and you suffer kind of this the same things the real world guys do, but theirs will happen with the car. They'll have an engine failure, transmission failure, gear lever come up out of the transmission. Yeah, all kinds of different issues those guys have. So it's definitely a tough break. You were really looking good, but you'll have another chance this week to get a good finish in. But let's look forward to next week at Michigan. What do you think about Michigan?
I feel like we had a pretty good car there in the, I guess it was earlier in the summer or late spring or whatever it was. Um, we weren't, we didn't get very good results there, but we definitely had a good car, I think. So as long as we can capitalize on the car that we should have next week, the results will come.
Well, Zach, you're still up there in the points, looking real good so far in the season. What are your thoughts on the rest of the season?
Just get consistent finishes. That's what I've been doing all season. It's worked out pretty good for me. So, races like this where I have issues, just come back the next race because, like Robbie said in his interview, we got multiple races per week, so we can come back and uh, do another one. And I did that at Pocono, and I capitalized on a good finish, and didn't hang my head on Wednesday. So I made up points at Pocono, doing the same thing I plan on doing this week, and just racing Friday, hanging around, and just trying my best to get a good finish.
What time is the Friday race? What time is the Friday race for viewers that might want to log into their iRacing account and watch that race on Friday night?
9 p.m., the same time as tonight's race. Eastern, that is.
Very cool. Well, good luck at Michigan, Zach. Thanks for joining us after the race. Always good to hear from you. And good luck next week at Michigan. Anybody you want to thank before you get out of here?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Zero Gravity Racing and all the guys that put in time and effort and take time out of their days to build the cars for us. We definitely had a really good car this week. I struggled to get a hang on it, you know, throughout the week and practice sessions and stuff, but I got it just in time for the race, and I was running pretty good. So yeah, I'd just like to thank them. They do an awesome job.
Well, good luck on Friday, Zach. And we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you, man. Have a good night.
You too. Now let's talk to Ken Moore Jr. Ken, kind of the same thing. Bad luck toward the end of this thing. You were looking great, and then just all of a sudden, that bad luck struck.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was having problems for a while during the race, and I racked up a bunch of 4Xs that were not really necessary, that shouldn't have been 4Xs, at least in my thought, and just been getting caught up in stuff. And I mean, there's not much to say. My spotter said about 3 laps before I got DQ'd, I was the fastest one on the track, so I definitely had something for hopefully top 5, top 7 car. And this week I'm alone. I built that setup myself, so I have to thank Ryan Doucette actually for sending me the season 1 setup so I could work off of that. But definitely could have been a lot more happier with the results of that race.
So is that what happened then? A disqualification from just hitting that incident limit?
Yep, iRacing was having server issues, I guess, tonight. I saw a couple cars bouncing around. I saw on the stream somebody got knocked into the wall from quite a ways away. I mean, nothing's perfect. Everything has their flaws, so I mean, can't really blame iRacing, but it's just sad to see one of my best nights in NIS kind of just go away like that.
Well, there's several short tracks left to come. Are you prefer the short tracks? Is that why you do so well here at Bristol? Because you kind of like Taylor Hurst, you're a good short track driver and enjoy those.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually had my best NIS race at Martinsville. I was running with Overland and Ottinger for a little while, and something ended up happening with my shifter. My shifter got stuck in a little notch in between the gear shifts, so I missed a shift and finished 5th. I wouldn't say that's the worst, but definitely had a better of a chance than I should have. Hopefully I'm gonna get my luck back here, so
Yeah, a couple short tracks coming up, so hopefully we'll see you up there toward the front. Next week, Michigan. How you looking for Michigan?
hopefully hopefully I'll be on a team. I'm looking at a couple offers right now, but not 100% sure. And if I don't get on a team by then, I'm gonna start working on my own setup, and not exactly the best at working on a setup, but I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, and I do have you listed as a privateer, and it made me think that I've seen a lot of drivers tonight as I was looking through the field listed as a privateer. So if you're watching and you see your name and see that you're listed as a privateer, but you're on a team, shoot me a message in iRacing with your iRacing number and your team name, and I'll get you listed there on the team. But yeah, so if you notice yourself not listed on a team, let me know so that I can get that fixed. Well, thanks for coming and talking with us, Ken. Good luck next week at Michigan. Uh, Luck's got to improve, and then with the short tracks coming up, we're bound to see you up here at the front of the field.
Oh yeah, 10-4. Have a good night.
You two. Next on the list, one of the fastest drivers of the night. Great run from Ethan Lane. Ethan, welcome to the post-race show. Great run tonight, buddy.
Thank you.
So the car looked great. You and Todd Guerin about split it right down the middle with laps led and put on a great show for us. How'd the car feel through the night? I mean, it looked good. Did it feel as good as it looked?
Yeah, the car was decent all night. It could have definitely been better. We were just a bit too free over the long runs. After about like 35, 40 laps, the car just wanted to snap off exit on entry, and that's where Todd and everyone else was pretty much beating us. I knew if we could have gotten Todd on that second to last restart there, we possibly could have had him, but who knows.
It was definitely looking good. Glad to see such a great race between the two of you guys here at Bristol. Whenever you can have those, we had a couple pretty long runs and had you guys bumper to bumper like that. It definitely made for a good broadcast. I could tell that you guys were having a lot of fun out there. And Bristol is a really fun track. Tough to get through it though, but both you and Todd managed to get through it with pretty clean looking cars. So good deal on that. Next week though, going to Michigan. Michigan always makes for a good broadcast as well. What are your thoughts on Michigan? You got a good car? Looking like you got a good car for Michigan?
Yeah, we're still working on the car. We're getting it better. Michigan's not really one of my best racetracks. I can't say that word, but yeah, it's not one of my better racetracks. Um, Hoping to have a good run though, getting prepared for the season 4 Road to Pro season. Just looking to have a great run. Hoping the groove widens out though too at Michigan. Looking to be up by that wall.
Well, good deal. It's been, I think this is the third race. Oops. There we go. I think this is the third race we've seen you here on the Wednesday night show here in the NASCAR iRacing series. And each time we've seen you here, it's been a great performance. Maybe not at the finish of the race, but at least at some point in the race, we've seen you up here racing with the leaders. So it looked like you got a lot of speed coming in here in the NASCAR iRacing series. I didn't look through to see if you had been racing other nights in the series before we started seeing you here, or if you just started. Did you just start mid-season, or have you been running the full season?
I've been off and on. Work schedules messed me up a bit, but we've pretty much got Wednesday nights off now, so I'll definitely be running more for the rest of the season.
Well, good deal. It's good to have you here on the Wednesday night show, and it's definitely been impressive. Anybody you want to thank while you're here?
I just want to thank all the guys at Zero Gravity Racing. They put a good setup under me this week. Zach Novak definitely worked on it hard today to get it to where it was at. He showed a lot of pace early. It's terrible luck on his part for lagging out with like I think 75 to go. I just want to thank JK's, Matt Kingsbury, just for giving me the confidence again this week.
Well, it definitely showed. A great job here tonight. Thanks for coming in, Ethan, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Well, last but most certainly not least, our winner has made it to the post-race show. Welcome to the show, Todd Guerin. What a fantastic race. Like I said before, you and Ethan about split it right down the middle with the laps led. You guys pretty much right equal on pace there for the most of it. Right till the end, you just kind of took off. But great race, great win. Good to see you in victory lane, for sure.
Well, thank you. I really put a lot of practice in this week, so I love this track, and I really wanted to have a strong showing here. I was joking with the guys. I was like, anything less than the win is going to be a disappointment for me because I've been getting better every week and just hadn't quite made it up there yet. But yeah, I definitely I didn't keep up with the track early on, and that kind of hurt me. The car kept getting tight, and I finally got it loosened back up, and yeah, it was whoever kind of got a jump on the restart was going to lead for a little bit, and then you kind of once the tires settled out, then you could battle. But it was a lot of fun up there with those guys.
I seen you get kind of held up behind. I want to say it was Zach Novak. You got held up behind for quite a while. Tried the bump and run a couple times. Finally got around him just with a quick dive down to the inside, and kind of it was a really quick pass. Made it look like he was standing still. You got around him so quick. But definitely seeing a lot of great moves from you here tonight at Bristol. Next week we move on to Michigan. How does your setup look for Michigan so far?
I haven't done any testing yet on this build that I can recall, but last time I was at Michigan, I put a lot more time in that track. It used to be a track that I dreaded, but I really like it now, so I'm looking forward to Michigan. I don't know that I'm going to have the same speed with Bristol, but got a lot of great guys that I'm working with now, so I'm sure we'll put together something pretty good, and I hope I'll be up there working on top 10, and maybe we can bump into the top 5 if we're lucky.
24th in points. 24th in points as we come in here today. Let's see, 16 races is all you've run this season. I think if you're able to run the remainder of the races, I think we're going to see you climb quite a bit as this thing finishes up. Are you running for points this season, or just kind of seeing where it falls?
I kind of been just running here and there. I've tried to run most of the races, but one thing or another might get in the way, and I just haven't dedicated a full season to it. I've been running a lot of A Open and just focusing on kind of hitting tracks that I've been weaker at, and put a lot of testing in, done a lot of testing with the guys, practicing that sort of thing. So try to run when I can and have fun.
Well, a victory here tonight at Bristol over some really good drivers definitely ought to give you a confidence boost going into next week. Hopefully we'll see you back from Michigan. Anybody you want to thank while you're here?
Absolutely. Well, first I want to say I got into Ethan on that one of those runs towards the end there, and cut him loose, and I'm glad he gathered it back up. I definitely didn't mean to do that. I'm not sure if we kind of net coded or what, but I wouldn't have wanted him to win. I wouldn't want to win that way, but I got to thank Santiago Tires for the setup. He did all the work on that this week, and that thing was just killer. All those guys, Shane Williamson, I think helped out with it originally, and Michael, I'm gonna butcher his last name, but Guglielmo or something like that.
Griglia.
Griglia, there we go. Okay.
It takes me 5 times of saying it at the beginning of the show to get it. Yeah.
Exactly. And we went back to some of the guys that used to be on the former Nexus team. I mean, we worked on that setup originally when we were over there. So, that team kind of went different directions, but still friends with those guys. So shout out to them. And Glenn Stanley was up in the spotter stand for me tonight and guided me through all the dodging wrecks and pit road and that sort of thing. So I definitely have to thank my eyes in the sky.
Yeah, he definitely had a tough job tonight here at Bristol, so he got you through that. Great job to him. Well, thanks, Todd, for coming in for the post-race show for an interview. Definitely appreciate you guys taking the time to do that. It definitely adds a lot to the broadcast, and just like hearing from you guys in general, it definitely gives good insight to the race itself. So appreciate it when you guys take the time to do that. Thanks again. I've got you listed as a privateer, Todd. What team are you racing with now?
I been we're over there working with some guys with Nolan, Scott, and those guys. So I don't know exactly what the status is exactly there, but those are the guys that we're kind of testing with right now. So we'll see where that goes into pro, and if the cards fall the right way, hopefully be on.
Well, great job again here tonight. Hopefully we can see you up at the front more in the remainder of this season, maybe even next week at Michigan. Again, thanks for coming in for the post-race interview, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Well, that's going to do it, guys, for the race here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Your race winner, Todd Guerin. Let's run through the race results real quick before I get out of here. Todd Guerin was in the #1 spot. Ethan Lane in second. Robbie Vrabel Jr. finished in third. Dylan Jones in fourth. Brendan Kohler finished in fifth. Adam Benefiel sixth. Matt Bontempi in seventh. Colton Lands in eighth. Patrick Mallett in ninth. Keegan Leahy finished in the 10th spot. Bobby Zielinski in 11th. Michael Gariglia in 12th. Chandler Krizik in 13th. Jeremy Davis 14th. Will Cooley in the 15th spot. Austin Jones in 16th. James Curl in 17th. Zach Novak in 18th. Travis Schaefer in 19th. Chuck Sweeting in 20th. Ariadne in 21st. Jeff Hollingsworth 22nd. Ken Moore Jr. 23rd. Timothy Silliman in 24th. Eddie Kerner 25th. Chris Pinson 26th. Jason Miller in 27th. Joe Nathan 28th. Colton Davis in 29th. James Wenzel in 30th. And Dalton England out really early in 31st with some server issues, I think. But that's going to wrap it up for us here tonight. Don't forget you can catch us Friday night at 9:15 Central, 10:15 Eastern as we broadcast the V8 Supercars America Series. And then, of course, this weekend, V8 Supercars Online Premiere Series takes place. You can see that on our YouTube channel as well. Here in America, it goes live about 4 o'clock in the morning, so you might want to wait till that comes up on replay. But it is definitely one of the best road racing shows out there. It's just some great talent in that series and the V8 Supercar, which I like it so well because it's so much like this stock car that we see here, this NASCAR. It's just a big heavy car sedan that they get out there on the road courses, battle bumper to bumper. Great racing in that Premier Series, as well as the Friday night series that we broadcast. So go to the V8s Online YouTube page and subscribe so that you can get a notice every time we go live. Miss JD in the interviews here tonight. He's definitely way better at that interview stuff than I am. So hopefully he'll be back next week. Sorry for the start, guys, where it was just tech issues for the first 100 laps or so. Then we kind of got things in order. So be patient during the replay if you watch it, guys. It definitely starts off a little rocky. But we'll see you guys next Wednesday, like always, as we bring you NASCAR iRacing Series from Michigan. See you next week.